Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another update overview for The Sims 4. This is for September 26, 2023, aka the pre-Home Chef Hustle Stuff update. We received an overhaul to the cooking user interface, as well as a couple of other cooking related things. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Some appliances and food objects have been updated so that they're now portable, such as microwaves, the drink trays from Spa Day and Backyard Stuff, the ice cream machine from Cool Kitchen, the popcorn machine from Movie Hangout Stuff, and the chocolate fountains that we got in Luxury Party Stuff and High School Years. Not something I thought about, but makes a lot of sense considering that we are getting those food stands with Home Chef Hustle. The cooking menu has received a much needed overhaul. Unfortunately, they have not still fixed that lag from when you're trying to open the cooking menu, but now we have it organized so that you can view all the recipes or by various categories such as vegetarian, lactose-free, meat, seafood, and sweets. Now it will be much easier to find what you're looking for, especially if you are playing with Sims with the vegetarian trait from City Living or the lactose intolerant trait from Cottage Living. I will leave a link to the patch notes in the video description below, but thankfully one of them is that vegetarian Sims will no longer grab dishes containing meat if you use the get leftovers interaction. One improvement I'd still love to see is to be able to filter ingredients by different cultures. So if I just wanted to look at all the Indian recipes in the game, then we could just filter by those. And maybe a search bar. I don't know. I think I'll do okay with what we have, but maybe a search bar could be handy for this too, just like the one we have in Build By. Another improvement related to cooking is that you no longer need the cupcake factory in order to make cupcakes. You can now just use them with an oven. So that is really neat. We've had to rely on mods for that for years, but thankfully we won't need that anymore. Though an odd thing I've run into is if I specifically try to start baking cupcakes by clicking on the oven, and after I have selected the cupcake recipe, there's some lag that appears now. Like my game just stays paused for like 2 or 3 seconds and then my sim starts moving. So it's, I guess, simulation lag, but it feels a little different from the simulation lag I often see. But then for some reason with the fridge, it's still fine. But yeah, you can see there is still simulation lag during the cooking itself, which is really unfortunate. I wish they would fix that. If you do like that more industrial look of the Cupcake Factory though, don't worry, it's not going anywhere. It is still in the game, but now we have this additional option, which is really nice. Oh, and toddlers can now eat cupcakes too, which I didn't even know that they weren't able to before. They did also delve deep into cooking recipes and ingredients and updated some stuff there. So for example, if you own both Cottage Living and Get to Work, you can use the sugar, flour, and egg ingredients from Cottage Living with the baking recipes from Get to Work. One last nice thing with this update is that if you have Cool Kitchen stuff installed, your children can now use the ice cream machine. So yeah, that is really cute, the kids getting up on the stool to use it. I do wish they would do the same thing for the popcorn machine from Movie Hangout though. That's it in terms of the main additions. There are some pretty decent bug fixes overall too. There's a couple more I have to mention here because they were pretty frequently complained about, with the plants reverting to dirt piles with gardening, so that's supposed to be fixed now. Hopefully it actually is. And also with photographs, when you put them into chests, they would turn black. But thankfully that will no longer happen with new photos that are taken after this patch has been installed. One other bit of news before I wrap up this video. So there is actually going to be an official live stream for Home Chef Hustle after all. It's going to be tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and my good friend Molly, the English simmer, is going to be a special guest, so that's pretty exciting. So overall, another nice little update for The Sims 4, a bit more going for it than the one that we got earlier this month. Nothing spectacular, but we are supposed to be getting an expansion pack probably in November, so that's probably when we're going to get a much more significant update. I think what I'll get the most out of this is hashtag free the cupcakes. They are finally free. Though maybe I will start making more Sims with the lactose intolerant and vegetarian traits, especially now that it is easier to find the recipes that are good for them. Okay, one other quick edit in here because console players are now being even more inconvenienced by this update, because earlier this year the controls were changed and they still haven't been fully restored to what they were, but now with the new cooking menu, you can't go through the different options if you're using a controller, so that is really bad. I hope console gets a hotfix, but since they're being really slow to fix the controls, I'm not sure if that's even going to happen. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on this update, and look forward to my Home Chef Hustle Stuff review coming later this week. And be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!